Good morning, esteemed viewers. Welcome to this wonderful edition of Bystanders at the Newsstands. I'm Christian Chuku on this wonderful edition of the program. Today is Tuesday that the Lord has made, that we rejoice and be glad in it. And I will say a big thank you to God for adding a year to my year. Today, I'll be a year older, which is today. And also, we have Christian Yakilume of Christ Embassy. Also, today is his birthday. A big, happy celebration. I want to say a big welcome to everyone that has joined us this morning and also will join us. I want to say a big thank you for being part of Flip TV, and also a big kudos to our reviewers this morning. They are here to do justice to the newspaper headlines. Let me quickly go to the paper. I have the Nation newspaper and also have the Punch newspaper. The recurrent report we have on the pages of the newspaper is that rising food prices fueling inflation in Nigeria. Others is a recurrent story. Rising food prices fueling inflation in Nigeria. Others. Now, NSCDC operatives brutalized Punch reporter attacking ESN spy. NSCDC operatives brutalized Punch reporter attacking ESN spy. Foreign airlines to cut Nigeria flights as sail crash. And the main headline on the front burner we have this morning: travel ban Nigeria UK may clash. Federal government alleges action discriminatory. Britain's decision based on discrimination, not scientific but prejudice, claims federal government. Presidential steering committee will respond appropriately soon, says Mohammed. It is a temporary precautionary measure to prevent further Omicron case in the UK. Dowen College, one of the stories that is still trending online. Family demands coroner inquest into son's death as they get the services of notable lawyers, senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, on their case. Why Buhari may sign Electoral Act Amendment Bill by additional? He's saying that the president will act in the best interest of Nigerians and will sign the bill. I think that's a good news for the 2023 elections if this bill is being signed by the president. The Punch newspaper this morning, I think. Let's go to the Nation newspaper. Southwest, Southeast, Middle Belt youths demand president. Southwest, Southeast, Middle Belt youths demand president. OAU students death, no bail for Oduduwa University founder Adedoyin. OAU students death, no bail for Oduduwa University founder Adedoyin. Court sacks Kwara Local Government Caretaker Committee. Court sacks Kwara Local Government Caretaker Committee. Buhari defense minister to military, stay off politics. Stay off politics. Buhari is telling defense minister and the military that they should stay off politics. Labour puts members on the alert over fuel price hike. Labour puts members on the alert over fuel price hike. The Nigeria Labour Congress yesterday put its members on alert over a likely hike in pump price. It has commenced mobilization to shut down the economy should the federal government proceed with its proposed increase of the premium motor spirit from 162 to 340 by next year, 2022. Nigeria records 3.023 trillion naira trade deficit in third quarter. Nigeria records trade deficit of 3.023 trillion naira. Okay, let's move over to our review. This might have Mr. Kule.
Yeah, good morning, viewers. Compliment of the season.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you. God bless all of you there.
In preparation for January, how are you preparing for the hike, the increase in fuel price January, 342 naira?
I think we need to get our shock absorber ready.
Okay.
Because this killer policy that they are bringing in January is going to affect a lot of killer policy, debt policy. Because when you are buying for 340, how much will you start buying food stuff? Because the multiplier effect will be there. All the food items we saw higher. The prices of transport will jack up. So everything definitely will jack up. So that's what I'm saying. We are going to get that shock absorber. I don't know. A strong shock absorber to absorb all this policy, hardship policy the government is bringing. And I don't know, to me, if there's any way one can push this government out of power.
Would pushing this government out of power stop the increase in fuel price?
Yeah, it will, definitely, it will. Because what were they looking at for a while now with the refinery? They said they will fix the refinery. The major campaign, points they sold to Nigerians was they will, fix refinery in 6 months. There will be lights in 6 months. There will be so everything restructuring in 6 months. But none have been done. And if you don't walk your talk, what do you think you deserve? You deserve to be removed, or you deserve to honorary resign that have failed Nigeria. And that is what I see about this government. This government has failed Nigeria. This government has failed the masses of the downrooting Nigeria. This government has failed even themselves. They have failed themselves. So there must be an intervention. This stage we have now, because Nigerians, we need intervention now.
What kind of intervention?
At least we need a serious intervention like palliative, and palliative for this hardship that is coming.
We need to be enough.
Yeah, it depends on they can subsidize transport. They can subsidize, and the fuel they are removing, the subsidy they are removing, we are not the one that's supposed to be paying for the subsidy. They are the one that put us into this mess, borrowing money all around, borrowing money that the children of the poor are still going to pay. None of their children will partake in payments of this money, this loan. So what I'm saying now, the palliative is the subsidy that they need to give, subsidies on food items, subsidies on, and they should bear the brunt to punish themselves. All these their allowances, bogus allowances they're earning. I mean, all of them should come out openly that we have slashed 70% of for the benefit of the Nigerian. Because when you're looking at all this policy that is coming, none of them is going to be a particle of it. How many government officials buy for at the filling station? How many of them buy food stuff? How many of them go to market? All what they eat is through government. Every food, everything, go to Aso Rock now. They stock Aso Rock kitchen with food every month. And to the extent that they are so I mean, they are so just privileged that they will tell you they budget almost billions of naira for refreshment. I think you've seen it in the Aso Rock budget before. So I think Nigeria will still rise up against these people. That's what just I'm saying. If that fuel goes up, we Nigeria will still protest, because enough, you can't just kill us alive.
Okay, travel ban discriminatory, punitive. Federal government tells United Kingdom. How do you look at it?
To me, I support the ban on Nigeria
against the federal government.
Against the federal government position, yeah, because who the hell the UK is helping before? Is the same people that will turn UK to health pilgrimage. It's the same people that will turn UK to only pilgrimage for holidays. They carry their family. It's the same UK. This politician will go and start our money while we are suffering here. And the UK gone. I have to just attack them because the blood money they are saving in their banks, and they know all this money are looted money. They should retrieve. They should help us repatriate all those money back, because these people now, it's even better for them. They will sit down here. They cannot go for medical tourism again. They will fix up all the hospitals that they're supposed to do. Now, I think they should extend the ban for a while now. No, I don't care. And it's their children. Their children are at schooling abroad. They won't be able to go. Likewise. So the guidelines is, if you don't have British passports, you cannot travel. If you are not a British citizen, those are the few ones that are exempted. And I think some of their children that are so fortunate may hold on to that passport they have and get out. But their father, they should allow those people, ban them not to even enter Gatwick or Heathrow any longer, because they are just shameful elements of people. They will start the money, go and lodge it in Lloyd Bank, go and lodge it in this British bank. Why we be suffering, stealing our money here? So I think that ban should be extended, because who the ban helped before? The ban no help me. The ban now then if they not ban them, the ban no help me. So it is them that it will affect. the politicians.
Let them carry their.
Let them fight their fight. They should not include we masses.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Kunle.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
We're having like 7 minutes today. Mr. Chikozi, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Christian, and happy birthday to you.
Thank God.
May the good Lord continue to bless you and keep you.
We are going to celebrate later.
And of course, grant your heart desires
Amen.
In this new season of your life.
Amen.
Happy birthday once again.
Thank you very much. Next year, we are expecting 340. How are you preparing to face? I don't want to say the problem next year.
My people say that we are born into it, and we are survivors. You see, ever since I was born in this country, I think everything about this country is, wrapped in hardship, deception, and all that. So, if they like, they can shoot it up to 1,000. People will still survive. So they are very useless and stupid elements.
But people are complaining with just 165 naira, and you are saying people are going to survive. People are dying mysteriously because of hardship in the country.
Yes, and people will continue to die as long as this deceptive and erroneous contraction or system called Nigeria remains. So there is no end at sight. People will continue to die because of this country was founded on deception, was founded on, of course, even the so-called founding fathers never meant the interests of the nation. They were just fighting along ethnic and personal interests. So, and that have not in any way, of course, fostered unity or engendered prosperity for all. As you can see now, everybody to himself and God to us all. If you are dull, let the devil take you. That is what is obtainable in this country. So, in as much as people are not happy, but the only victory for the people will remain and will be the dissolution of this country. That is only when people can enjoy peace. I listened to Kunle when he's saying that they should subsidize fuel and transportation. I think it's this man, Kunle, I think even in your age, I know that you are not a small boy, and you are still believing that there is hope for this country. With subsidy? To subsidize what? Who and who will subsidize this? Then you end up telling Aqua, they told you that they have shared the 5,000. And probably
I've not received any.
You're not a poor man. You're not a poor Nigerian. And they don't even place you anywhere. At least it's very unfortunate. But then humanity has to rise. These people are callous and they are bent at exterminating us. We have crude oil. We are blessed, endowed with crude oil. And yet, we suffer the most.
I'm asking, is this crude oil a curse to us? You have something and you lack it.
It is not just a curse, it is an anathema, it is an abomination. I think God is not to blame for giving us such resources that would have, of course, engendered prosperity for all. But unfortunately, what we have is a system that encourages endemic corruption. And the system, of course, could not hold those culprits, those greedy elements to book. That is just the system, misgovernance. Even the human resources have been mismanaged. Because after now, I'm heading for somewhere to take care of myself. You see? And how many people can afford, the medical bills? The government medical system or health centers are in shambles, in comatose. So you can think there is nothing that is working in this system. And of course, Previously in the previous edition, Kunle said he had not gained anything from Nigeria. So what is he expecting? He must be in his mid 40s or more. If he's not clocking hitting 50, and you are still expecting that a miracle will come from a very useless people, I may say.
Okay, travel ban on Nigeria. The federal government is saying that this travel ban is discriminatory, punitive. What's your take on it?
It is an error. Is it an offense? Is it a crime when people say, please, Christian, don't come to my house. Stay in your own house. Buhari, stay in your house. For over 350 years, you have been shuttling from Nigeria to UK. What are you doing? Is your own house pursuing you? Stay in your house. That is the simple language. You see, these people don't have common sense. Simple English, they don't understand. Stay in your house. We don't need you now. So I don't think there's anything wrong about that.
Because of the COVID-19 restrictions.
Irrespective of whatever happens, stay in your house. Make use of what you have. Don't come and poison and infect our people. It's a shame and disgrace that even the federal government is making noise about that. What do you really need from UK that you can't replicate in this country? That is what you are saying. You have destroyed your health system, of course, shuttling every time from Nigeria to UK. Because you think that that is the best way to siphon our Commonwealth. Now they are telling you, stay where you are, manage your Asoro clinic. Use those stolen money to provide pin and needle in your Asoro clinic. That is nothing wrong about that. Of course, I believe that the UK cared for her own citizens. Nigeria has no regard for her citizens. So anything goes. There are no facilities. People are hungry. People are dying. Most of the facilities, the so-called health centers, they will diagnose you when you run a test. They say it's malaria. Why you are dying of just ordinary stomach ache? They will wrongly administer some drugs, and that will, of course, become a poison when you continue to take it. So they have sent a very serious message to the Nigerian government that they have failed their own people. Why should the people like Lai Mohammed be crying? Somebody says, stay your own. Don't you have if you don't have mask, sleep on the floor. I think that will give you some sense of dignity. So it is an act of irresponsibility and the insensitivity on the part of the government of Nigeria for crying loud, for making noise. The UK have told you, stay where you belong. For now, we don't need you. So if you have a thinking cap, it is time you begin to rejig your system and understood that you needed to provide the basic necessities, health care for your own people. Okay. If not now, by now, Buhari must have jet out of the country, taking the billions of naira dollars along with him. Even up to now, he have not disclosed to the Nigerian populace how much has been expended in the last 6 years on his medical bill. Why? Most of the facilities, health centers here has no common, what do you call it, BP, pressure, something to run BP. I've no needle. If you want to attend hospital, they'll ask you to buy your own plaster, buy everything.
They'll refer you to...
And I also charge you for that. You can see how useless and miserable this country is. We cannot continue in this system. And Nigeria now, Nigeria is a scam. And we cannot continue tolerating this level of inhumanity to human.
Thank you very much.
The only solution, of course, remains the dissolution of this country. Otherwise, I pity everyone here. I remain Chigozie Ndibo. Biafra is here.
Thank you very much.
Peacemaker International.
No, he's going to be a senator, a Biafran senator.
He's a Biafran senator
yes.
and a Peacemaker International.
Then what are you, Mr.? What are you? What are you?
I'm also one of the Igbo generals, the people that push Igbo forward.
Yes, thank you. Yes, you reminded me. I was awarded the Peacemaker International last weekend because of the enormous commitment I have committed towards ensuring peace and equity for all asunder.
Okay, thank you very much.
And Chigoze, I need to reply to about the subsidy issues I said. I think you go to dictionary and look at what subsidy really means. They need to subsidize Nigerians for Nigerians, sacrifice their incomes and pile it back to Nigerians for us to survive.
Thank you very much.
Good morning.
How are you preparing for January 342 naira per liter?
Well, everything is in the hands of God, and we are hoping that the God we're serving will do the best thing for us. But as for the 314 naira per liter, we don't have anything to say. Like I said earlier, the case is, we have rested everything in the hands of God because He is the one that knows it. Those people that are trying to put that fuel, 314 naira per liter, they are not God. God can wake up today and tell them that they will not be there. They will not witness that 314 naira per liter.
Whether they are there or not.
My brother, sorry.
Whether they wake up or not.
If they are there, if they are not there, let me tell you something. You decided to say that this is 300. Remember what happened in the Bible when a man was saying, I think if I'm not mistaken, in Kings or something like that, thereabout. What is his name? Elijah woke up and told him that something like this will come, but you will not be partaker of it. But I believe that those people that are trying to say that 240 naira per liter of fuel, they might not be there to witness that the 244 naira per liter will not yield any profit. It will not come to pass.
There's a need for this.
There's no need for it. There's no need. How much are we selling liter now? A liter of fuel is more than 16 naira, and we are still suffering. And still, you want to increase a liter of fuel from 340 naira per liter. It means that we are finished. And look at gas. You cannot even afford gas. There's so many means of, there are so many means of suffering the Nigerian citizens. You cannot tell me that there's need for that. There's nothing like need for that. They are suffering us. 340 naira per liter. And you are telling me that we should be smiling. Well, Nigeria is the only country in the world that are suffering, but they will be smiling. Suffering and smiling. That is the only country I've witnessed. You cannot tell me that 340 naira per liter, you will increase a fuel from the present price that we are even suffering. We are even managing to survive to 340 naira per liter. Look at gas. A lot of people cannot even afford gas. Even the kerosene you are talking about is you look at it as one of the cheapest means of cooking. It's very, very hard for you to get these things. So it's nothing. I don't think it cannot, it doesn't work well. They are not helping us. We are just suffering. These Nigerian citizens are suffering, my brother.
Okay, let's look at travel ban on Nigeria from UK. Federal government is saying that it is discriminatory. I understand because of the coronavirus.
Well, is it from today in France? Those people that are in France can bear me witness that from now to I don't think it's like they said how many months from now to is it January or something like that. There's going to be, there's no party. Everybody that has a club in France should just lock down their club side. Are you getting me? There's not going to be clubbing, everything. Well, for them to have putting ban in Nigerian citizens, the question is this: is it only Nigerian citizens? Is it only Nigerians? Is it only Nigerian? Is it only this country that has been banned from traveling to UK? That's another thing. You can only talk about your own country. You don't know if they have banned other countries not coming into their country because of the coronavirus. Everybody is afraid of the vices that is in place. So definitely, you don't have to blame most of them. The reason why they are doing it just to checkmate some of the viruses that might be coming into their country. But I don't think that Nigeria are the one bringing in the viruses. But they knows why they are doing whatever they are doing. Even Nigeria can decide that if somebody from UK cannot enter into their country, because you want to protect your own citizens from not even contacting the virus. Are you getting me?
Okay.
So,
Thank you very much,
thank you.
Mr. Charles. I have Mr. Lucky here this morning. So Lucky, good morning.
Yes. Lucky. Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Good morning, CEO of Flip TV. Good morning, those who are watching us in abroad. Good morning, Jesus Christ. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Chris Edi Ako. Good morning, myself. My name is Lucky Eyaguna. I don't know Lagos. Happy new season. This year we end with good to everybody.
So Lucky, we are getting ready for January. 340 naira per liter.
If you like, may go 1,000 a liter. I Lucky, I don't know Lagos. The oil is coming from my place. If I don't see, I will relocate to my village.
The oil is coming from your place. Does not mean that you have access to it.
I will get access. Now leave all this for the
Okay, you will.
If Bob begin roll now, Nigeria will begin to beg us. Ejo. If boom. We deserve good thing. Ejo man, Delta man, Igbo man. We deserve. It's about oh yeah. Because we are watching Nigerians. When Asare took out the mountain, what happened? They were begging him. Leave these people. We want just at least to make brothers and sisters. Doesn't mean we are food. We bring this food. We bring oil. We bring money to this country.
What about the 3% that Niger Delta leaders were few?
We are still waiting.
They approved the 3%.
We are still waiting to materialize. If not so, we shut down. By the time we shut down, Nigeria will suffer more. Let me tell you something. Without even that, already Nigerians are suffering with what they are buying 170 something. But what they are saying is that this 5,000 they are measuring, it's a shame, it's a disgrace, it's a corruption. Me and you will not even see it. They will rather take it to the north and give it to the poor who are suffering there. So that is madness. We're supposed to be thinking how the year will end. Where? Not see this year that you go to increase fuel. Nigerians are ready to protest. Everybody is ready now. If any protest starts, you don't know how we end. Just like the NSAS. Our president, our governor should drop that psyche. They should not even bring that now. Because everybody is hungry. Everybody is angry. You don't need to take people to increase fuel next year. Subsidy drop. Tomorrow says, did you know when President Buhari came in, say I have dropped subsidy. But at the end today, we are paying for subsidy. It was say Jonathan and his team, why are they eating subsidy money? But at the end, go and check his record.
He wants to remove subsidy.
When Jonathan wanted to remove subsidy, Buhari and ally, Dudubu, Lai Mohammed, Bakari, all of them went to Abuja, Lagos, Ojota. They were protesting. But wisdom of Jonathan, they vice it back. But today, Buhari want to implement this. But what I'm telling you, he has increased fuel more than 4 times. But Nigeria are sleeping. But let me tell you, when Nigeria wake up, look at just tip of NSAS that just happened. Lagos have share. They are still suffering now. And much more if the whole Nigeria rise up. Nigeria will burn down. Why? We are no longer one again anymore. People are very angry. So you don't need to talk about increasing of fuel now. People are managing their set. People don't know what to eat tomorrow. We are talking about next year. How did they know whether these people will reach next year? We should talk now. We should enjoy ourselves now.
Okay, let's talk now. Nigeria, UK may clash over travel ban.
Let them clash. After all, I don't have money to travel. Go and check airline ticket. Go and check how much for visa. If I have that money, 2,500 something pounds, that money is enough for me to invest in Nigeria here. It's enough for me to open public saloon. It's enough for me to open restaurant. and say, where am I traveling to do? I do what?
Someone saying that Boko Haram can bomb that your investment.
Well, see, Nigeria, we are still investing. Nigeria people, the Igbos, they are everywhere investing. Boko Haram have not bombed their shop. Why can you carry 2,500 pounds? Do you know how much convert it to Nigeria money? I will buy market for Cotonou and say, make double of that money. So, if you're a citizen in UK, don't worry, enjoy with us. Okay, what they have, Nigeria doesn't have is that one. They have human rights there, they have food, they have everything. But that freedom, the way Nigeria has, I don't think you have it in UK.
Okay.
We have freedom. Yeah, Jonathan said we have bad leadership. Let me tell you, Nigeria has money more than UK. Nigeria has money more than UK. The reason is that our leadership are bad, our monies are useless. If in UK you think, can you receive 100,000 naira or 100,000 pounds?
Okay. Nigeria has money more than UK.
Yes.
I won't dispute with you.
We have money.
How many times has Nigeria sent aid to UK?
See, because
how many times UK has sent aid to Nigeria?
No, that's
Let's look at the person that have money.
That's why I say we have bad leadership. We have bad leadership. Let me tell you. If you go to UK, you can't have somebody who has 20 cars in his compound. But in Nigeria here, you have 10 years old, 15 years old that have 50 cars. I get it. Somebody can buy 35 million naira car today. But in UK, can they buy it? I'm asking you a question. It's just because our money is not value. That's the problem. How tell you lie. Do you know people receive 20 million naira salary in Nigeria here? But in UK, can you receive that? It's just because you bring $100, you change it. You have money because our money is valueless.
Thank you very much, Mr. Queen.
So, my brothers, yeah, we have money. Nigeria have money, but we have bad leadership. Our money doesn't value. That's the reason. We have money. We have money. We can't say, oh my goodness, Nigerians. We need to think good so I move forward. I understand. Our money is poor. Our money is useless. We have money.
I don't understand. Our money is poor and useless.
The reason is that our money is not value. That's the reason why.
If you have money,
the way we spend money here, you can't spend money like that.
You don't have money.
The way we spend money in Nigeria, you can't spend money like that. I'm telling you the truth.
Thank you very much, Mr. Matthew.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
I don't know if you want to reflect or respond to what you just said.
You cannot compare Nigeria with Britain by any standard.
Great Britain.
Because in the first place, even pounds has value more than dollar. So I don't know the basis of which he said Nigeria has money.
I think the liberty at which Nigeria owns.
And you asked him a very good question, whether have you seen Nigeria give aid to Britain? In several areas of life, Britain gives aid to Nigeria. So I don't know the basis of his argument anyway.
And the federal government, they are citing discrimination and punitiveness over the UK travel ban.
I don't know what I mean by discrimination. Is it not evident already that Omicron virus is in Nigeria?
It's evident.
Now, if Nigeria, when they needed to shut our airspace against South Africa, they didn't do it because of the safety of their own citizens. That does not mean that Britain do not value their citizens like Nigeria. Well, when it was discovered, or rather when South Africa announced the discovery of Omicron, it behoved on the Nigerian government to shut our airspace against South Africa to mitigate the spread. But the Nigerian government did not do it. And if you look at what is happening in Nigeria, you know that that virus would have been in Nigeria for some time before Nigerian government announced the existence. Because it took Canada to announce that 2 persons that traveled from Nigeria to Canada were tested positive. So when it was becoming a global embarrassment, Nigerian government quickly rushed to the press to announce that they have discovered either two or so positive cases. Who know whether they actually discover anything or they just want to announce it to avert that global embarrassment. But however I look at it, Britain is right to stop Nigerians from coming to Britain on the basis of safety. And all the quarantine process,
But China has not been banned. China that we have the origination, where this virus.
Omicron virus has it been discovered in China?
No, like the COVID-19.
That's what I'm saying. If Omicron virus have not been discovered, that variant have not been discovered in China, it doesn't make logical sense to ban China from coming to Britain. Because in almost everywhere in the world, the normal COVID-19 have been dealt with. So the variant that is existing from place to place is what they are trying to deal with. As going concern, there may be another variant, even outside Omicron. So anyway, discover what the world do is they try to isolate that environment. They try to isolate that country, that state, that continent, as the case may be, in order not to spread to the other parts of the world, so that they can deal with it within that environment. Because if it spread to every part of the world, it becomes of a more monumental issue. But if you restrict people from coming, visiting other places, especially if it has been discovered in your country, it's a way of trying to mitigate the spread so that they can deal with it within that country. So I don't see anything wrong in Britain stopping Nigerians from coming to Britain, or rather, all the quarantine process put in place. This is for their own safety and the safety of the world.
I noticed that nowadays people prefer going by air rather than going by road. Especially people that are coming back from Christmas. They prefer going by air rather than going by road. And you see that the air transport is expensive.
It depends on where you are coming from. If you are coming from Britain, you cannot be talking of road now.
No, I'm going to another topic.
Okay.
The deplorable condition of our roads.
Like Ghana.
Yeah.
Like Kutonu. Hitherto before now, most people go by road. Ghana, Kutonu, and all these neighboring countries. So I don't think it's a recent development.
If you are going to travel to your hometown, which do you prefer? Road or flight?
If by all the means, I prefer flight because of security issue. But that notwithstanding, I can still go by road.
Despite the fact that there are sanctions on the road.
People still go by road. I'm not saying insecurity is not on the high side. I'm not saying kidnapping is not there. I'm not saying it is Uhuru yet. But people still go by road. That's the truth.
Okay, once more for your flight concerns, you visit Travel Body. Travel Body is here, so if you are going to go through flights next time,
that is
Travel Body. Don't mention he will come.
Okay.
Travel Body is right for us.
Okay.
Because no Travel Body is the person is going to come after Oluwa.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Martin.
Thank you.
Oluwa one of Africa.
Welcome. I'm Oluwa one, the senior citizen.
Senior citizen of the Federal Republic of
Federal
Nigeria.
Republic one. So
How
what
are you
is happening
for next year?
Next year,
January, and we know
preparing
that
for what?
it's going to be 340.
And that is going to be a war front now between the government and the masses. That is preparing of a battlefield. That reality. When you are talking about 340 naira per liter,
battle between the
government and the masses, real battle. That is real war. That is, you are setting a war apart from now till then. So everybody will have to go and ready for the battle. That reality. The masses is well equipped and the government is well equipped. Okay, let us face the battle next year and see the outcome of the battle. Because we are setting a genuine war against the masses, and now the masses is not going to be sleeping. So you have to reconsider that statement.
What will be the war like? Is it like
war
protests?
Wicked protests. There is the mother of all revolution now. Nigeria is going to come out in a full-blown war against the government if they should try it.
No gun,
no gun, but revolution, march of their house in masses. We want to march, and that march is going to be terrible. Because Nigeria can't expect to sit down and be suffering.
There's all called liver.
There is liver. Where
Nigeria have liver.
Nigeria is more than Liverpool now. Nigeria is more than Liverpool. Because Nigeria has fed up. Because it is the last blood that they want to drop now. They are going to drop that last blood for their survivor. Because with that last dropping of that last blood, it's going to be a disaster. So government should take very big notice. There's war between the masses and the federal is coming in January. Except you revise that statement.
Okay. Mr. Oluwa, travel ban.
Ban.
The United Kingdom has banned Nigeria from going back to
their country
the UK because of the Omicron virus. The government is saying that it is not too good. It's discriminatory. Let me get your position.
According to the language I saw there, says it's something like discriminatory or something like apartheid arena again, apartheid period because of South Africa. So according to their language, it's like they are playing politics between themselves. I'm not a traveler. I'm not going to anywhere. I'm not coming back to anywhere. So I don't see any reason, any language to speak in that matter. Because God already deal with COVID-19. This Macron they are talking about is another language of their own. It's not our own. So they should solve it between themselves.
Okay, one more. Oluwa, if you want to travel now, which do you prefer, by flight or by road?
To where? To where?
Within Nigeria.
Within Nigeria, yeah. Right from day one, I've been traveling by road. I never traveled by air in my life. So I don't know anything concerning air. And land is my land. My land that they travel to my village, to any state, to Lagos here.
Insecurity, you're not looking at insecurity.
Security or insecurity is God that protect anybody. You understand? But the level of insecurity is high. But anyhow, they are still preventing it. So you that is traveling, you know that you are traveling. If you have your mind that you are going to be kidnapped, you will be kidnapped. If you have your mind that you are going to be free, you're free. So that's what I know. It's only God that protects you going and coming.
Oluwa has said
arrested 100 million.
Don't be afraid,
nobody will touch you.
Don't be
you
afraid.
Go in peace and come back in peace. It's your land, it's your country where you really want to go. Everybody should fly plane. You don't much have a plane. A trip from here to Edo State, my city. A plane is almost for 20,000. Where we will get that money? When we pick it from the ground, I take a course here. Sienna is taking me 7,000. Comfortable, I see that comfortable. I don't afraid of anybody. So if you have skeleton in your company, you'll be afraid of anything. For me, I don't afraid of anything. Right from day one to today.
And his inspector was kidnapped in Edo State.
That is their whole colonialism. Because you have done something wrong somewhere. You are free, you are free. God is always by the people that they are free. Let your mind be free and you will receive the freeness of God. That is my own confidence.
Any advice for Nigerians come 2023? Oluwa,
Nigeria should be calm and wait for the mercy of God. God is already blessing Nigeria. Nigeria is going to see the turning around of God. It's only God that will make us see the promised land. Not those two people that is the which people are the government has. They are story men. They are vagabond in power. Just pray for God. 2023 will be best and good than this year.
That is Oluwa One. Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Oluwa One. Yeah, I just want to say a big welcome to the man behind one of the most, let me say, posthumous travel agencies in Nigeria, Africa, in the world. Travel Body is here. Mr. Matthew is looking at you.
Mr. Matthew. Good morning, viewers at home. Good morning.
I saw a report.
My
I saw a report. Traveling to the north is much more cheaper than traveling to the east. If you do the research, much more cheaper. What do you think might be the factors?
Well, good morning, viewers at home. Good morning, Christian. I think basically we'll look at what is the percentage of people who move from the north to the south.
Economic power.
So because the higher the demand, the higher the price. So maybe if you do an evaluation, the distance from Lagos to any eastern state might not even be as hard than some of the northern states. But because what's the patronage of people? So when you put those, and some of these people can enter trailer. They can enter lorry. We see them. So ordinarily, because of the forces of demand and supply, you might have more people tend to travel east, which in turn might lead to an increase in the transportation. And on the second hand, the other people, If you increase the money that people ordinarily enter lorry and trailer, how many people will now patronize them? So comparatively, yes, it is. So yes, simple. That's a simple economic calculation.
I know where you're getting to. Like some people, they don't
even care how to enter a seater bus now. In the Easterners now, go to Ekele Diluchuku, Young Shagro, is occupied because they go home. It's like a tradition. Some people I know of people that drove Okada from Lagos to Ilorin. In fact, they headed towards Niger State. And the distance is far than from here to Onitsha. From Lagos to Niger. It's far than from here to Anambra, which is Onitsha. And the guys, they took themselves too with the bike and they blew from Lagos. I met them in Ibadan. They stopped the earth and they were heading to Kwara. From Kwara, they entered Mina. So is it those people you now say they should enter a seater bus and you not tell them the price is, say, 12,000 or 10,000? No, who will enter?
Saying some people in certain parts of the country is bad market. Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm saying based on the patronage, the numbers of people who patronize traveling cars. The Easterners frequent East. Before you know, they are back to West. So the tendencies for the prices to be higher, simple law of demand and supply, is higher there. Then you have few people who frequent the North that much, and even the ones that frequent have alternative. They can use train, they can use trailer, they can use lorry, they can use Okada. They have the mind of driving for an average. You cannot climb Okada from here to. No, I've seen. Not they told me. I saw them. We stopped over in Iwo Road in Ibadan. We had an engagement. They climbed the bike. The other two took over the bike and they continued the journey. They filled their tank, and I'm like, and the bike was like 5. Three, like a convoy movement. For those who have traveled frequently, you would have seen some. You think they normally go from Lagos to Ogun State? No, they go far distance. Sometimes they stay 2 days on the road. So based on those laws of demand and supply economically, the statistics might be right. And you know, the Eastern man, the Igbo man, without prejudice to those who are not from the Igbo, he's a proud man. Carry your card and go in state. Star. God forbid. He would rather go with that hand. In fact, collect from his friend a vehicle and fuel it. Now,
let's look at the implication it has on Nigeria. Why is the federal government is fuming?
Well, before I just had to attend to that question you raised first. God will destroy anybody or group of people who don't want this country to be like a normal country. Amen. A sane country. It will never be well with them and their children.
Amen.
You see, when you look at some of the headlines, it is late that UK seems to be waking up now. Anytime there is ban on UK, they start making noise. What is the percentage of Nigerians who have access to medical system in the UK? So what are they going to do? Do you get their fatherland? Let Nigeria to ban UK, law of reciprocity, international relations. Ban them now, then they come here. How many UK say? So why is it that when they tell you to stay in your home, you start making noise on the head of newspaper? Is it your father's house? In international relations and national engagement all over the world, the country is at liberty to put in a law to protect its citizens. So if a useless country, if there are countries who are not logical not to put on those laws, is it anybody's headache in international law? Have UK done anything against law? No! It's simple law of nature. If I notice that the people from here want to constitute nuisance, a particular country is a national threat to my people, and I love my people like I love the UK, they love their people. It is nobody's headache for the country, all these mushroom countries all over the world, of third world mushroom countries, who always sought for help and where to treat and enjoy good facility medically and educationally for their children, because they are always sick. They are sick physically, they are sick politically, they are sick medically, they are sick psychologically, their children are sick educationally. Instead of sitting down, check the homemade remedies that should work, they will not be making noise as if it is their prerogative. They should challenge the UK in the court if it is their right. UK or any other country to buy. I love the Arab. They have a right under human law. You will be doing things that will protect your own interests first. Now, it is when Christian has eaten fine,
He's able to trek to the bus stop. He bring this microphone and do bystand. That's why you now see one anchor or one analyst coming. So the same way, if it's UK have checked, this is a threat to our people. Our national integrity is first. It is not one country that will tell you that Fulani herdsmen that is coming to kiss from another country, and yet you left. You think everybody is mumu? Not everybody is mad in this world. People are thinking, and government of the world are acting in line of reasonable thoughts. So for those who are not acting in line of logical thinking, they should continue their devil of stupidity. See, you have a right to display how you think in public space, either in actions, in statements, or inactions. So you have a right to display your level of intelligence. So for countries of the world who have been able to display theirs, they should continue in the madness. So we should also give credit to reasonable countries who have seen their citizens as their priority, and the need, either through COVID or through Yahoo or through bad representation. You see all this headline that is capturing a discriminatory blah blah blah. The highest discrimination is in Nigeria. Discrimination of its people against its people. So don't now make noise when you've not even addressed. UK knows that there is discrimination inside Nigeria. So you don't have the moral rights, the moral, the moral standing, the moral infantry to even talk.
The moral conscience.
You don't even have you don't have a stand. You shouldn't be among the people or countries of the world that should even say it. You are talking about moral right, but you can move to Kenya and hijack Nnamdi Kanu. Are you following the basic principle of international engagement? You protested against fuel subsidy increment under Jonathan. People came out to answers. You killed them like chicken. You hide the results. Do you think people are fools? So you are not saying this. Who know them? UK, they hear the black man. Those some of these people time some of the action because of the political action of some blacks, like a monkey, because there's a slight line between some of this action and that of animals. A country where monkey swallows money.
And there's no
snake swallows money. So those countries they are talking. So if you are in UK, you will listen to them. No, I'm asking you. Like, let's say you're a Guatemala, a country where snake swallows money, monkey swallows money. Is talking to UK, United Kingdom. Then if you are a white man, will you take those kind of people serious? A country whereby rodents and rats drove away the presidency, according to this spokesperson of the presidency, from Aso Rock, then that kind of country is coming out, and so those are local headlines, and they are creating expressions.
You said that,
then you think you will listen to them. I'm not a bus stop analyst, so there are people I don't engage in those kind of conversations.
Okay. Labour puts members on alert about fuel price hike.
Forget Labour. The Labour is part of the system. Nothing. The Labour will be bribed and impoverished. Now today we dey hear Labour. Adams Oshiomhole, they are hustlers now. It's an attribute of a failed system. What do you expect? You see, the people have been impoverished. The people have been psyched. The people have been played with. So all this noise is just 2 days. After the 2 days, they'll still call them back. Oh yeah, you take this for back. Which labor? Do we have labor? Do you know the meaning of labor? Go and read about the revolution of labor unions. If you read about the French Revolution, we don't have labor. Christian, look for good headlines. This one, they are politicians. They will pay them. And Adams Oshiomhole is a good example of the labor. When he was wearing khaki, the khaki and the safari, the man we are calling the weekend is different from the one labor union wears now. Now scam. Who they take the zero? Which labor?
There's nothing really interesting to talk about in people.
Obviously, now in a failed nation, what would interest you?
That everything is just in utility. Southwest, Southeast, Middle Belt will demand president.
Southwest.
sponsor groups demand for president. I think, what do you think they are moving at?
No, if you check the definition of politics by Cow Dodge and Harold Laswell, it defines as who gets what, when, and how, and the authoritative allocation of resources. Now, you see that all the third force people are making noise. All political parties in Nigeria, it is the two dominant political parties that have hijacked money and hijacked the system. They are the ones going back to sponsor all those so-called third. There's nothing like third force. Nah, lie. So when you see youth group coming, where would you have money to say they want president? It is the politicians within the north, south that are clamoring. Oh yeah, you go and make noise, say you want south, so that when it comes, they give it to Tinubu. Oh yeah, you go and make noise. When it comes, Oju's Okala and his carcass in the east, we'll collect. Oh yeah, you go out in north central. So when it comes, we can push a Saraki and see, there is no politics. You see, sometimes when you look at these headlines, before they do the meeting, some of us, we are political philosophers. So what we will do is we only read and we look. We'll not start comparing historical trends. So before they even make the next move, I told somebody that the essence of the alignment in 2012 is because so that Buhari can use his northern strength for Tinubu. Back in 2012, that was it's not about Buhari because it's not performance. Forget if it is performance. Only Katsina say where Buhari come. Buhari cannot be the most intelligent person to perform for this country. It's a shame. So the essence is always greediness, stealing, hijacking of money, corruption, play ethnic bigot and religious bigotry. That is the essence of our political alignment. It's not about the people, it's not about project, it's not about intelligence, it's not about anything. So before some of them, they are not that you are in political office does not mean they are smarter than the people watching out event. Yeah. So some people will sit there, have a professor's lecture, that all they do is they just read newspaper. They'll sit down and be looking. I know of somebody that has made predictions from when I've known him of all events. One has never missed. Because their duty is, they are not in power does not mean they don't have intellectual sagacity that most of the advisors of government. Before the answers, I sat on my Twitter and some other people, they've removed the camera around 2. The lights was already being disassembled even before they shut it off totally. And people wrote on Twitter totally, they will bring in the military in the night. They will kill as at this time. The government will deny because they are not logical than some people. Some people by nature, if they are in classes, they are not first class. They are not the first class students. So people that were in your classmate, they are intelligent than you. Some of them are not in politics. That does not mean they are not smart than you. So before Sanwo-Olu, even when the result came out, people have wrote that Sanwo-Olu will deny. They will discard the report. So there's nothing they are doing that is. So the solution is this country is looking more, it's bitter truth than like a country that will be divided by fire by force. It's looking more like a country. When the division will come, it is when we will least talk about the division. Wow. Yes, maybe by then they would have started restructuring. That is when the division of the country will come. Because with the way this country is going, the way it's going, nothing is impossible.
Thank you very much, Mr. Man. Welcome. Samuel. Okay, I have Mr. Raphael. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Raphael.
Yeah, good morning, Christian.
How are you doing?
I'm fine today. Good morning, viewers, everybody. We are talking about the prevailing issue that is going viral online now. The Dowen College student that was forced to drink poison by his schoolmates. This innocent boy, Sylvester, was forced. They used the poison. They forced the poison into his mouth, and this guy swallowed the poison. My question is, people are crying for justice. Igbo, Yoruba, everybody, even outside Nigerians, that the parents of the erring students should only top that their children committed this kind of heinous, inimical, callous crime. So everybody is crying and crying for justice, but what happened now? What is happening now is that we all understand that the parents of the erring students has bought flight tickets for their children. For these students, none of them is around now. The ones that are in police net, are just the suspects. The one that I know, they are not the student, persons of interest, but they just, as police investigations do go on.
One of the boys is the son of Buruj Hasham.
Okay, Kachamu denied it. Kachamu family, Kachamu is a senator. I know him too well. I read it on phonics. Kachamu and his wife, they distanced themselves. They said their child wasn't among.
The picture was there.
The picture was there. Let me tell you, they are in custody now. Kachamu's child is in custody now. So I'm talking to you. Justice or no justice. Nigeria is not where you will expect justice to be done anytime a crime of this magnitude is involved. Ask me why. Let me tell you, viewers, I wrote and I quote on Phoenix yesterday. What if about the erring students? One of the students is from the Sanwo-Olus, or two of them from the Oshiban-Jos. You think justice is going to be done? There is nothing like justice when a crime of this magnitude is involved or is involving someone or a student from the highs. If those students, 2 or 3 of them are from the families of the highs, you know what I mean by highs?
Elite.
The elites in the society. I'm telling you, because Sylvester is not going to get justice. Nigerian justice system is not like that. Falana, it doesn't matter. Okay? Everybody has been crying for justice in Nigeria over the years. We've not gotten none. None even has been treated or attended to. The justice we've been crying all along, the shooting at the tailgates, the people that perpetrate the crimes are the elites. And those parents of those slain children, slain youths, have they gotten anything like justice? Was it not just last month that 400-something million was allocated for the families of the Lekki toll gates victims? Oga, Sylvester, God is going to give the family of Sylvester the fortitude to bear the loss of their loved one. And I'm telling you that it's only God himself that is going to dispense justice for that innocent boy. Only God. Nigerian society, Nigerian system, Nigerian factor is not a place you seek for justice and got it. Once the matter is involved, when elite is involved in this kind of magnitude, crime of magnitude, don't ask for justice because you won't get it. As I'm talking to you now, some of the erring students are cooling off, enjoying themselves in Europe and America. I thank God that one of the children is from the Kachamus. Kachamus is one of the senators.
I think now, I think he was a senator. I think he died.
No, the Kachamus died. The main one that was declared wanted in the USA on drug offenses, he died. That one is from Abeokuta. But this Kachamus might be one of their the family members. So I'm telling you, my brother, Christian, don't expect justice. Don't expect justice. Pray for the boy. Let God do it for him. I wrote it yesterday, and I have been defending it.
Sign the petition. There's a petition you need to sign.
Yeah.
There's a petition to bring those people to book.
To book, yes.
You need to sign it. Go online and
sign it. See, I'm telling you, justice for Sylvester, God is the one that will orchestrate that.
Okay. Travel ban, discriminatory. Federal government is fuming as UK places travel ban on Nigeria.
The traveling ban on Nigeria, UK, Canada, United States, and other European countries, they have been issuing warning. Not this year. The issuance of warning, on travel restriction did not start 2020. It started being imminent in 2019. Trump was alive, in power then. Sorry, Trump was in power then. He issued such warning on electoral malpractices, abuses of Nigerian rights, killings of Nigerian Christians, the way and the manner Buhari is handling terrorism, insurgency in Nigeria. COVID, Omicron is another what they call species variant. Thank you. Let me tell you, whether punitive, whether discriminatory, whether segregatory, all these are English. One thing is that Nigeria as a country should screen themselves first and know if we are doing the right thing. What is paining me now is that we have many of our dear brothers, aunties, and sisters living abroad there. And I believe it can never affect those ones living in abroad. It can only affect us who are here. And we know how we handle our issue here. Let me tell you, not alone, left alone, Nigerian citizens, Nigerians. Let me tell you, federal government of Nigeria is what? They are guilty. If they hammer bans on their head, that is for Nigerian government officials. It's not for Nigerian citizens. As you see me here, I've never traveled anywhere before. Why? What concerns me with Omicron or Micron or British strain or South Africa? South Africa only is the one that is going on now. Let me tell you, we, the citizens that are living in Nigeria, I don't mean those ones staying outside. We know, of course, that whether Omicron or Pluto or Jupiter, even if you like, it should come from Venus or Mercury. There's nothing like COVID-419 here. COVID-19, COVID-18, COVID-20, not for us, the citizens. God has what? Delivered us from anything called plague of 20th century or whatever name the targets. See, I'm in support of restraining all these Nigerian officials from traveling. They are the one that can travel from today, Dubai, next tomorrow, Qatar. Nnamdi Kanu was about going on this court emergency hearing last week. Before you know it, before he said Jack Robinson, Buhari was in Dubai. So why shouldn't he contract it? Before you know it, tomorrow they will budget 12 billion for Chibanjo's travel, feeding allowance. If he goes to Germany, everybody knows that billions of money, Naira might have been assigned for Buhari's stay in Dubai last week. Oga, they are the government officials that have been traveling to and fro every nook and cranny of the earth. Affected. Thank you. They are the one affected. And do you listen to me? Nigerian government officials are like Satan. They are flying, roaring every nook and cranny of the earth, to and fro. As God intercepted him and asked him, where are you going, Satan? He said, it's Job. I think you understand. That's Nigerian government officials. Like I told you before, that Nigerian government officials are the witches and wizards we know. We've seen them with our eyes. You don't need to be accusing devil. All the time you accuse witches and wizards, old mamas that are suffering in the village, our aunties. They are the problem we have. It is a lie. Nigerian public office holders, from typists to the last person at Aso Rock, they are the problem we have here. The visa ban is not punitive. It's not punitive. That's from you. That's from me. Let me tell you. Punitive. What about impunity? Impunity. Various crimes. Nefarious crime. Nefarities. Listen to me. Thank you. Without what? Penalty. That is why you have impunity. There are a lot of impunity acts, activities within the government. What? Enclavement going on in Nigeria without receiving appropriate what? Hearing. Appropriate what? Measures. They break, they amend, they legislate. You're telling me about impunity, whatever, discriminative ban from UK, Canada, and other countries in Europe. While here, coming here, you are bent on suppressing innocent Nigerians without receiving any punitive what? Measures. Now you are pointing fingers, accusing fingers at Canada, United States, and UK. He that swallows seed, Odala seed, must always consider the shape of his anus. When you pelt somebody, you pick concrete and pelt to your brother. Your brother pick the concrete, he want to pelt it back at you. You say, no, pick pancanel. Don't pelt pebbles or concrete or stones at me. Pick a concrete, pick a canal and pelt at me. That is what is going on within the system of Nigeria. Let me tell you, long live United States of America, UK, Canada, and other countries in Europe and America that are trying to punish these idiots that call themselves public office holders in Nigeria. There should be still more severe measures, ban on visa, travel restrictions against Nigerian government officials. This is just the beginning. I'm telling you, we brothers, our brothers that are viewing us there, I want to thank you. You are wonderful people. You contributed to our parties. God will bless you. Most of you that are sending one way or the other helps, to us. I like you. I thank you, my guy. I sure you are there. Kelly, Obiril, Chima, and all of you. Benson Biafra, we love you. Kechkweza, we love you. Obinayara, Mami Nkechi in America and Israel. Mami Nkechi in UK, Nkechi Omokaro. Nkechi Okaro. Nkechi, Sister Nkechi from Delta. All of you, Mami Blessing. We love you all. You are wonderful. Vera Kimono. Many of you that are living in the USA. Somebody like Charles, you live in Spain. People like Nonson Noel. You are a wonderful guy. We love all of you. Franklin Morgan, we love you. All you guys, Harry, marvelous guy. Thank you. Most of you that are living in America and the UK, you are living in Europe, Asia, in Australia. Edu Brazil, we love you. All of you guys that are contributing one way or the other to this program. We love all of you and we pray. Take measures, take steps. There are measures you should adhere to avoid Omicron. Omicron or Omicron, whatever they call it. I say, play safe wherever you are. It's not going to come to you. As we are here, we are being backed up by the power of God. You can see our climate is very, very unbearable to all these plagues called COVID-19. Are we going to stop here?
Yeah,
thank you.
Mr. Raphael. We have come to the end of bystanders and listeners this morning. Thank you, Mr. Kayode Eku, for wishing me a happy birthday, a long life and prosperity. I thank God for long life, and I also say thank you for wishing me this wonderful birthday. I want to say we have come to the end of bystanders this morning. Thank you for being part of the program this morning, Mr. Samuel Oluwawan, Mr. Raphael, Mr. Matthew, Mr. Lucky, and everyone that have been part. Mr. Kunle, Mr. Charles, thank you for being here this morning. And I pray that the Lord will keep us and me also as I'm going to witness another birthday. Thank you very much for today. I'll say bye for now till tomorrow as we meet by God's grace. Thank you.